Well, I'm here. My favorite state park so far, Lost Maples State Natural Area, where I'm meeting up with the admins and mods from the Backpacking Hiking Texas Facebook group. Hey, everybody!
It took us longer just to get a parking spot than it did you get yourself.
Nice. All right, we're at campsite A, looking for a spot. Well, we're all looking for a spot to claim as ours. I think Derek's already found his. Right here between these trees?
Here to here.
Yeah. And then John O. Oh yeah, John O. He was going to put a tent here, but realized he'd be sandwiched in between two snorers and hammocks if I wind up picking over here. And so he was like, nah, that he's going to kill us in our sleep. It's one of those. But
There's fishing at this time?
if that happens, Liv, I love you. Hammock is hung. Ta-da! The Superman, also known as the time machine, because in a moment, if I lay in this, going in the future. Yep. Now, Derek is doing a tutorial with Lance, aka Gandalf, aka the Viking.
This one? Or would you still go on? I'm so glad I have these in the pack.
All right, I just want to see what this sounds like. I am under this little outcropping while Derek is helping Lance set up his first hammock ever. But I'm right in here. Little concave deal.
Right.
See. Ooh. So it's got this little echo right in here. Oh, yeah.
Sidecar, it's an accessory.
Oh, that's where your feet would go if you're doing diagonally from here to there.
I wouldn't have that one.
Or
It's a pocket for like jackets.
oh, okay.
Battery pack. We still have a ridgeline organizer. You actually have pocket stakes out.
Nice.
Yeah, Jerry just happened to be in the right area at the right time for the other.
It's actually a symmetrical hammock, but it's an ASIM bug net. So if you didn't want to go head right or head left, feet right, you unzip the netting all the way, flip it, and change the lay on it.
What?
It's pretty cool.
So
All right.
actually,
Now, for my wife to know, how much does this run?
I'm sorry?
How much do these run typically?
yeah, how much?
Like,
200? So yeah, you get one of these for free if you give the company like $200. That's really cool.
option out.
Yeah. Support small business, Liv. Dropping. Birthday's coming. What do you call this? Like a nest of daddy long legs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. Squish it. Just kidding. That is huge.
Yep, so it's just getting on your 90.
To show how big that nest is.
Well, it's warm under here.
So I made this pouch from some reflectix type material I had my hands on. So it acts as like a kind of an oven, or more like one of those covers you put on a casserole dish. It's like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Check this out. Oh, I didn't put on the glass because, well, I wonder if I could put a longer barrel on this, because I was like, I want.
This is the other end of A, campsite A. There's the toilet over there. The end where we came from. And that's about it. Looks like we might get rain 2 days early. Might not. This is where we banished all the tent dwellers. Just kidding.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, hey! It's always eerie to walk back to my hammock in the dark. I probably can't even see. Probably good. I just spooked myself. Good morning. It's day 2. All right, I forgot to take video of my setup here, which is like the budget version of what Derek over here has. And I didn't even get a video of his stuff. So at the next campsite, I'll give you a rundown of Derek's cool ultralight high budget stuff. And this is the low budget, not lightweight version. So I have to like cut in other areas. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's lighter than if I had a tent, that's for sure. Tarp, homemade snake skin to hold it together. Kept it rolled up over the night, but ready to go in case it rained. Then my ENO knockoff, so it's a Chinese-made hammock. I call it the Superman because of the colors. I know. Derek just said, friends don't let friends buy Eno. And then the bug net, of course, which is like my little cocoon. So I'm going to wrap this up. Get it packed up. All right, we are hiking out of campsite A for our resupply. AK, we're going to a corner store and eating up all the cheeseburgers. All right. John Hall there on the left. Woo! Hey, guys.
Hi, Jay.
Howdy, howdy.
Okay, can we hike in?
All right, it's a couple hours later. We just got back from the country store. I had a chili dog, a coney. So hot dog, chili, cheddar cheese, mustard, onions. Good thing nobody's gonna be around me for a bit. Heading out to campsite G. Gonna take the east-west trail to the ponds and then out to the West Loop Trail. So it's gonna be fun. We're all kind of straggling in from the country store. I thought I'd kind of get a head start on John and Nettie, who are behind me, because I'll probably be catching footage here and there. last time I came out here with the same group of guys, it was October of 2019. And I guess I did something that made myself legendary among this group. And it's out of necessity. And that was, everybody arrived on a Wednesday, but I had to work that Wednesday, helping with an event at work. So I didn't get to leave till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 4.5 hour drive, 5 hours to get to the park. So it was dark when I arrived, and I decided to night hike in rather than just stay at my car. Well, they had a bet going on. Was I going to make it in that night? Was I going to wait till morning? Did I decide to quit altogether? And I guess the guys who knew me better won the bet, because around 10 p.m., 10:30, somewhere in there, I came walking onto the campsite, headlamp on, pitch dark night. And so that's been the running joke ever since. Plus, I guess the trip before that, I night hiked out. I had to get back to Corpus Christi for some work-related stuff. Actually, no, it was for Beyond the Rut, my podcast. Anyway, to get there, I had to leave at like 2 or 3 in the morning in the middle of the night. So, yeah, it's just kind of the running joke is I don't know what these trails look like during the daytime. I mean, I do. I've hiked them in the daytime. But from what they can remember, I've only night hiked these. And I've done it solo. So, there you go. Now, I could take a harder route going this way, but I don't feel like doing up and down hills. So I'm going to take East Trail to the ponds. It's flatter, so I'm going to take the easy route. The plan is on the way out tomorrow, we'll take the harder West Trail to come back to the cars. That's the theory anyway. I didn't think I would do this, but I caught up to Rob and John Hall and Lance. Lance is the one with the big orange tarp because we're going to do movie night. John, the guy on the left, through hiked the Appalachian Trail. So he's kind of like the guru among us, but he kind of keeps everything low key. Rob in the middle is kind of the ringleader here. Sort of. Hopefully, that guy isn't up there circling for me. Go away, bird. And I've caught up, thanks to them taking nice breaks. It's hot outside. It got warm on us. Before you get to the ponds, there's this little area off to the side. You can probably hear it. Sounds like leaves rustling, but louder than all the other leaves. Yeah. Is there more down there? Okay. So a little waterfall there, trickling out of there. Oh yeah, this is it. So it comes out of here, down here. See if I can get you a good shot without dying. I'm being dramatic. So a little worn path right here. Think up ahead, there's a levee you hike across, And then you're at the ponds. There's the ponds. That's just the first one. All right, this is Camp Area C, which has been shut down for a number of years. So if you're still asking, hey, what's C like? That's it. So you used to be able to camp here. It needs some time to recharge. Don't feel bad if you can't visit these ponds, or this pond in particular, because if you follow that trail where that couple is going, there are more ponds. That's why they call them the ponds. I know, weird, right? Plural. But it is nice. People will swim in here. It'll be nice when this opens back up. Caught up to us, but he left some people behind he's waiting for. And then the group I caught up with took off. Hey. How does it feel? Ice cold. Yeah. I like that pond back there, the spring-fed pool. It's cold. It's right out of the rock. I still filter it to be on the safe side. And even though there's a creek up ahead where the campsite is, spring-fed water. Sounds Alhambra-like. So, whew. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little winded. It's been about 2 miles. Pretty rocky, but fairly easy, level terrain. But I guess I'm pushing myself pace-wise. Fun. So at some point, the dry creek bed could fool you because the trail is over here. This is on the way to campsite G on the east-west trail, past the ponds, past the spring-fed pool where I just was. Did I say that right grammatically? Doris and James will let me know. They know who they are. Now announcing the Royal Highness and his queen, the Jovanoviches. Dun dun dun! My site. I'm gonna hang from here to there with my hammock, my tarp. The Royal Jovanoviches are just over yonder. That should be enough distance where they don't hear me too badly as I snore throughout the night. There's another camp pad area over here. And then I guess if somebody feels brave enough, they could put a tent there. We still got about half our party out there hiking their way in. Doris and Derek are here. Lance is over there. You can't see any of them because there are all these trees in between. We're the first ones in. 6 of us. There's 12 altogether. And this is the finished product. Now, my gear will go under the tarp in case it rains tonight. Plenty of space here. Ta-da! Just a man, a hammock, and his tarp. Dry creek bed over there. Found some deer or rabbit droppings over there. So wildlife does come through here. All right, got Carter and Ginny there. Main group over here. Rob, you're alive. We got a weird altar thing there that wasn't there before. Oh, big orange is out. Nice.
Have gas stoves, like even a gas
Fire. Yes. This is okay. He's a firefighter.
It cannot be a wood fire or open fire. And they said
Get at 2 or 3 people carrying that thing.
Oh, okay.
In San Angelo. One year I was out there dove hunting. Bird season.
Yeah,
Yours
fits
right in, dude.
yours might be
I know, it really is. I'm glad I'm sitting under it and not like way back.
How about this?
All these little lanterns. There it is. Oh, we got lights.
Fireflies
Yes.
Lance of all people would have it on his phone.
That's Lance.
Things that make it go,
Sorry, neighbors.
Good morning. Day 3. It was a fun night. I was probably one of the first ones to go to bed. Not the first, but one of. It was an okay sleep. It didn't rain too hard. Thought it was going to be hard, but it took a little bit of rain. Mostly sprinkles now. But we're just going to relax a little bit more. It's nice out. Okay, I've been up for about an hour. I now hear people from my party awake, so I'm going to say hi. Or just chill in my hammock for a little bit longer. Look at that. Do. I really should have filmed myself cutting all the cheese and the sausage that went in here. Nice. Okay, it's about noon on Saturday, the last day of the trip. A couple of folks are staying for one more night, but I promised my neighbor I'd check in on her cats. There's only one cat. So on top of that, it's a 5.5 hour drive back to Dallas, and I still want to get a little bit more hiking in before I hit the road. So yeah, about noon right now. I'm going to take the rest of the West Trail, go through something called Mystic Canyon, kind of cool. Top off some water maybe along the way, and get you a couple more sights before the video's done. All right, I am here. Instead of taking the easy route, I'm gonna go this way. There's some elevation involved. It'll be fun. So many rocks. Oh no, a creek crossing. What will I do? I'm just kidding. This is nothing. Rocks. Makes it easy. I believe I'm going into Mystic Canyon. The whole reason why our group challenged ourselves to hike the West Trail back to the parking lot. For those of us who are leaving today. I think it's further up. Believe it or not, I have filtered water from here before. There was a little bit more water at the time. I want to say it was in October 2019. So if you're coming from campsite F or E, going towards G, food for thought, or water for thought. Okay, before I tackle that hill, let's take a look back. Mystic Canyon. So my group likes to call me Kung Fu Panda because of my nimbleness across creek crossings. How I just leap from one rock to another. I think the other truth to it, but they won't tell me this, but I'm confident it's because of this. Just like Poe, where his arch nemesis was stairs, my arch nemesis on hikes are inclines. So I gotta go up. And I think, I don't know how far it is, but I'm not gonna film any of it. You'll hear me complain at the top though. It'll be worth it, I think. Whew. That was steep. That was the back end of West Trail coming up from, I guess, the eastern side of it. It was steep, no lie. There's a bench here. I'm taking a break. There's still more incline to go. It doesn't look like I came uphill because I'm actually quite a ways past the steep part. There's still more incline, but it's flat up there. There's even a toilet up there. I don't need to go, but if you're up here on the West Trail, yes, at the top near campsite F, I believe, or E, there's a toilet. Ooh. I think I just finished the hill for West Trail. So the steep part was steep, not gonna lie. The downhill, I managed to do without trekking poles for the first time. I'm feeling pretty steadily. Now, I think it would have been easier on my legs if I did not. I mean, if I did use my trekking poles. I probably would have moved a little bit slower, but I think I'd recover a lot better because tomorrow I think I'm gonna feel this. I did not use my trekking poles this entire trip, and that's the first time for me because the gravel is loose on the ground, and trekking poles have saved me quite a few times. But I think I'm in better shape now than the last few times I've done this trail. So I'm just moseying along pretty darn quickly. Yeah. So I should be close to the trailhead, maybe another mile. It's a 20-minute walk, give or take. Ooh, stream. If I needed water, good to go. So that's also a sign I'm getting close, because where this trail meets up with the east-west trail, there's a little small river crossing. So this creek I'm next to goes underground right there. It'll pop up though further down. Kind of neat, kind of neat. I might not be done with the hill. I don't think I've passed campsite D. It's in Delta. Dog. Oh. Campsite D. I've never camped over there. But there's a water source nearby. Not a lot of trees for hanging, I don't think. They're trees. But they were, I don't know, it's been a while since I looked at it. Give it a shot though. I don't think a lot of people go there. Most tend to push onto F or to E because the toilet is nearby. I tell you, this dry riverbed, very nice on the feet. So nice. So nice. Vegetation. The vegetation really amazes me in this state natural area. When I was on top of the West Trail, it was more of the arid, low moisture kind of plants you would see. So juniper trees, cacti, and they were in bloom. You saw that earlier in the video. Well, now I'm back in a slot canyon, or not a slot canyon, but a canyon on the West Trail, lowlands, down off the hill. And while there are still some of the evergreen type of trees here, oh, you can tell it's an evergreen by the way that it is. We're also getting more of a oak, and then back that way, maple, which you'll probably see up here as well. So still a hardy kind of tree, but the leaves are bigger. They're shaded a little better. I guess they're getting more moisture. So I believe this is a maple. Ta-da. Now, if you know better, go ahead and correct me in the comments. It's a-okay. I am not a botanist. I'm just going off of generalities. Oak tree because the leaves look like an oak leaf. Maple because it looks like a maple. But you have a lot of these green, smaller plants coming out of the ground. Look at that. Woo! Green plants. Woo! I know. It doesn't take much to impress me, I guess. This trail follows along like some of the other trails here, a dry creek bed. So it's got a blend of some bedrock. It's got some porous character to it. Then you got the caliche that the park rangers have brought in. It's really nice. Just kidding. Bit of a drop. I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle. From this camera, for that matter. I have heard of families taking wagons, like the little pull wagons for kids, on this trail. Any of these trails at Lost Maples. I finally saw it today. Family, husband, wife, their child, 2 sets of grandparents. They don't look like they were camping. They were on a day hike. And they had one of those little Fisher-Price plastic wagons to tow, I guess, the toddler in. But that trail behind me, going from the overflow parking lot, West Trail, going into the backcountry, that is about a mile and a half of nothing but uphill at a gradual incline. And they had one of the grandmas pulling that wagon with stuff in it. If they're doing the whole loop of the West Trail, there's a steep decline. So I don't know if the plan is to put a child in there and let them go or what, but I don't recommend it. I mean, in the end, it's hike your own hike. If you want to take a wagon with you, take a wagon with you. If you want to bring in a juice box, please take it out with you. Now I'm carrying this thing out. I don't have to, but it's a state natural area. Conservation of something. But, it's intact. I might drink it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna drink it. I'm almost home. Woohoo! I'm glad I was able to make this trip. It's with the admins and the moderators from a Facebook group I'm a part of, Backpacking and Hiking Texas. And it was kind of a farewell, leisurely bon voyage for one of the mods, Lance, also known as Gandalf. He's moving, so he won't be a Texas backpacker anymore. He'll be a backpacker in another state. I mean, he'll probably still come down and visit, maybe. I don't know. It sounded like it was a farewell, like peace out, Texas. But he'll be missed. Funny guy. We called him Gandalf. That's kind of his given trail name by us. Although we haven't done any long trails. He's got a little Viking beard thing going as well. But Lance, this video's for you. And here we are. End of the trail. Thank you all for watching.